And we can now go live to the Kremlin, where President Putin is about to put the final stamp of approval on accepting Crimea into the Russian Federation. He'll sign the decree along with representatives of both houses of parliament. Let's now listen in.
The formation of two constituent entities in the Russian Federation. I would like to congratulate all of you, all of the Crimeans and all the Russians on this really important and historic event. Ms. Matviyenko, I would like to give the floor to you now. Dear Mr. Putin, dear colleagues, I think it's highly symbolic that we are here in the Yekaterinitsky Hall on the spring equinox day. And I'm sure that the whole Russian people feels really jubilant over the reunification with the Crimeans. During Catherine the Great's reign, Crimea became part of Russia. The destiny of Crimea was full of really difficult and tough times, and sometimes it was marked by tragic events. As part of Russian history, attempts to take Crimea away from Russia have been repeatedly taken by various forces, and the heroic defense of the city of Sevastopol during the Crimean War is never to be forgotten. Just like the people of Sevastopol fought for their city and for their country against the Nazis. You know that the tragic history of Crimea did not start at the Kiev Maidan. It started when Khrushchev took his decision to separate Crimea from Russia, which was an unconstitutional decision. Back in 1992, the Crimeans wanted to hold their own referendum, but it never took place. 2 decades of struggle ended up in a successful result, and the Crimeans expressed their free will at their referendum on the 16th of March. This historical event was made possible thanks to the unanimous decision of the Crimean people, thanks to the political will of President Putin and the support of all the Russians. Mr. Putin, today the Council of Federation unanimously approved 2 laws that have already been passed by the State Duma, which closed the books on the reunification of Crimea and Russia. I think we have every reason to congratulate all of the Russian people, the Crimeans, and the Russian nation, because it is a truly historic victory. On Monday, the Council of Federation will see 2 new flags of these 2 new constituent entities, and our website will feature a new map which includes Crimea in Russian Federation. Soon we will be welcoming 4 new senators from the 2 new constituent entities. Thank you for your courage, thank you for your ability to withstand this pressure, and thank you for being with us all the time.
Mr. President, colleagues, today we are genuinely proud because of these historic events and the decisions that we have made. Mr. President, we are thankful to you for your fortitude. This reminded to many that Russia has always been a great country and will always be. And it is currently a great country. During the past month, State Duma deputies visited Crimea a lot. They saw that Crimean people were first full of hope and then full of joy because Russia supported them. And this support made them strong. and they made their clear choice to come back to their homeland, and their homeland was waiting for them. State Duma deputies realized.
Live pictures from the Kremlin right now. Just over 2 hours ago, Russian senators voted unanimously to accept the peninsula as a full member of the Russian Federation, following a similar vote in the lower house of parliament. The historic move comes in response to the Crimean people overwhelmingly voting to break away from Ukraine and rejoin Russia. Moscow is putting into effect an extensive array of economic measures right now to support the peninsula's transition. And let's now continue listening into what's going on in the Kremlin.
It is perfectly obvious to us that both Russia and Crimeans acted in full compliance with international law, and those who question it should refresh their memory and read the UN Charter and other fundamental international documents. I would like to add that when we received Crimeans deputies, Mr. Pushkov said, we will never let anybody else take you away from us. The President will now sign the law adopted by the State Duma and approved by the Federation Council on ratifying the agreement between the Russian Federation and the Republic of Crimea on accepting Crimea as part of the Russian Federation and establishing 2 new territories within the Russian Federation, and also the law on accepting Crimea as part of the Russian Federation and the formation of 2 new territories as part of the Russian Federation, the Republic of Crimea and the city of Sevastopol. The national anthem of the Russian Federation.
Live pictures from the Kremlin right now, where President Putin just signed a law officially accepting Crimea back into Russia. Of course, the news continues here on RT International, and we're keeping a very close eye on what's going on there right now. So stay with us here on RT.
What's going on, folks? I'm Abby Martin, and this is Breaking Set. Well, we've got a lot of ground to cover today. I'll be talking about the Cold War media frenzy, the quest for spiritual truth, and I get to speak to one of the most prolific psychedelic artists in the world, Alex Grey. You don't want to miss it, so stick around and let's break the set.
It was a terrible mistake, and we're working very hard to make up for it.
Once again, we put something on the air. It's a flat-out lie.
Have you ever had sex with Governor Rick Perry?
No, wait. Do not answer that. I want you to watch what we're about to do, because you've never seen anything like this on television.
And right now we're going back to the Kremlin, where Mr. Putin just signed a law officially accepting Crimea into Russia. Let's now listen to the president.
Crimea become part of the Russian government system, economic system, so on and so forth. So I would ask State Duma deputies and members of the Federation Council. We talked about these issues with members of the government yesterday. Today we discussed this at the meeting of our Security Council, and I would ask the deputies of both chambers to join this work and make everything you can to make sure that this process takes place seamlessly and benefits all the people of Russia and Crimea. Thank you very much for your work.
Live pictures from the Kremlin right now, where Vladimir Putin just signed a law officially accepting the Crimean Peninsula back in Russia. And we'll bring you more information at the top of the hour. Stay with RT International. The news continues. In the meantime, we're bringing you live pictures from the Kremlin. Just over 2 hours ago, the Russian senators voted unanimously to accept the Crimean Peninsula as a full member of the Russian Federation, following a similar vote in the lower house of parliament. The historic move comes in response to the Crimean people overwhelmingly voting to break away from Ukraine and rejoin Russia. Moscow is putting into effect an extensive array of economic measures to support the peninsula's transition.